The Las Vegas Raiders had an interesting go of it heading into the 2023 NFL Draft, and I think that kind of leads into the record prediction kind of here for the Raiders because, yes, it's after the draft. Everybody's ready to go. It is what it is there. So I think you start things out pretty interesting here for the Raiders because, yes, I think you start out with the win against the Denver Broncos. Probably going to get some flack for this one, but I do not care because I just got to see how Sean Payton really does solve the Russell Wilson problem. Like, is this going to be something that he can absolutely take care of? I don't see a problem with it, but at the same time, I want to see how the rest of this does pan out. So week 1 at the Denver Broncos. This game starts at 1:25 Pacific Daylight Time at Mile High Stadium. Overall, again, I think they take one here from Denver, and they go from there. Now, week 2, at the Buffalo Bills, yeah, we all knew. Like the Bills are that team. They're just going to be tough. And again, it's also on the road, too, at Highmark Stadium. So, by the way, that game starts at 10 o'clock Pacific Daylight Time. So I don't necessarily think any of us were shocked by this one because the Bills are really good. They're going to be really good as well. So week 3 at home against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yeah, I think that one's a win. I think, obviously Kenny Pickett and company, they got him some help. They probably had the best draft in the entire NFL, but sometimes it takes draft picks a little bit of time to get going. I could see this game going either way, but at home against the Steelers, Kenny Pickett, that defense for the Raiders hopefully being better. I just really feel like the Raiders take care of business there. Week 4 at the Los Angeles Chargers. Yeah, I think this one's an L. For the Raiders, that game starts at 1:05 Pacific Daylight Time there at SoFi Stadium. I was going to say Softest Stadium, but SoFi. Honestly, the Chargers are probably a playoff team this year. Like, let's be real, they're going to really take care of business, and I think that you could potentially see 2, maybe even 3 teams from the AFC West if the Raiders put it together later on during the season. Maybe not, most likely not, but hey, you can have wishful thinking. Week 5 versus the Green Bay Packers on Monday Night Football. I think they get it done. Absolutely. You got the Devontae Adams, revenge game, the whole, narrative with the Green Bay Packers. It is what it is there, but I think they can get it done. I really absolutely believe that. So I think it's going to be a really good game overall. That game starts at 5:15 Pacific Daylight Time as well, just to let you know. So week 6 versus the New England Patriots. Yeah, they had their number last year. I don't think it's happening again this year. I think the Patriots, they finally seem to have got Mac Jones some help, something like that. But this game starts at 1:05 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time at Allegiant Stadium, and I really feel like the Patriots take care of business. But hey, they're still sitting at a spot. They're 3-3. Things aren't looking as bad as we thought. Week 7 at the Chicago Bears, I think it's a W. I think honestly, you go out and play them at Soldier Field. I know you're on the road, but I don't care. I still think that the Bears got a little bit of some things to figure out to start things out with. And again, I do think it's going to be an interesting game overall. But then yes, you got the Detroit Lions. On Monday Night Football, yeah, that's an L. The Lions are tough. They're one of those teams that, quite honestly, they're probably going to win the NFC North. They're just, I don't know. They could also probably not. We're just going to really have to see how things play out, but they're definitely going to be in the mix, definitely going to be in the competition, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So then week 9 versus the New York Giants. Quite honestly, I think they take an L here too. I think the Giants are a tough team. They're going to be one of those teams that probably do make it coming up out of the NFC East. I think didn't we have at least 3 teams from the NFC East make it last year? Like, honestly, this is a top division. The Giants are going to be tested in stone, and maybe with Jalen Hyatt, they finally got some weapons for Danny Dimes. And so the week 10, this is versus the New York Jets. I think this one's an L too, mainly because I know this is going to be the Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams revenge game. I don't care. Overall, this is going to be tough though. Like, honestly, you have the Raiders that are going against a defense that's going to be at least top 10. You're going against them with an offense and an experienced quarterback in Aaron Rodgers. That's going to be tough as well. But I think they bounce back week 11 at the Miami Dolphins with a win. Yes, I just feel like the Dolphins at Hard Rock Stadium. I don't really know what to expect here. Excuse me. So that game starts at 10 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Overall, I think the Dolphins are going to be in a pretty good spot. They've got weapons and Tua Tagovailoa, but we'll see how kind of the rest of it pans out because I do think that there's something to be said for having film on the team in that second year under a new head coach. Week 12 at the versus the Kansas City Chiefs at home. Yeah, I still think the Chiefs are the team to beat in the division. I just don't see the Raiders having enough. It is tough, but it's just the truth. So week 13 is the bye. Don't worry, my Vikings will lose to the bye, but my Raiders will not. Week 14, speaking of my Vikings, yeah, they get a win. They get a win over the Vikings in week 14. The main reason I believe that is the Vikings never really play well coming out of the bye, and plus this one, even though it's at home against the Vikings, or it's on the road, excuse me, for the Vikings, I think that's something to consider too. You're on the road, not necessarily as much time to prep, but overall, yes, I do think that the Raiders take one against the Minnesota Vikings. Week 15 against the Chargers at home. Yeah, hey, they got a little bit of a win streak going here to close it out. Maybe they're tanking after all. Quite honestly, either the Chargers are going to be in playoff contention right now, or they're going to be trying to be. And that's a Thursday night football game, by the way. Short turnaround from that Vikings game. That's 5:15 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, but going to be a fun one overall. So week 16 at the Kansas City Chiefs. This is a Monday night football game, by the way. Let's see. Come on. There we go. Sorry, I apologize. Yes, I do think it's an L2. Shocker, right? Because, again, the toughest team in the division is definitely the Chiefs. But overall, I feel like the Raiders are going to get there. I just don't feel like they're there this year. I think another year of drafting defense and helping out this defense, I definitely think is going to go a long way in helping this whole thing. So, by the way, yes, we covered that is a Monday Night Football game. Hopefully, don't get embarrassed. I would hate that. Hey. Week 17, though, at the Indianapolis Colts. This one is going to be fun. I feel like the Colts are a team that, quite honestly, they are don't know what to expect from them, if I'm being perfectly honest. But overall, I really feel like they're going to do some different things as well with Anthony Richardson. Is he going to start right away? I don't know. I love the Julius Brents pick as well, so going to be a lot of fun. Overall, though, Week 18, I forgot to put it on here. I apologize. That game is obviously against the Denver Broncos at home. To kind of round this whole thing out, I really don't know at the same time that, obviously they win the first game, or at least I think they will. 4, 7, 8. I think, honestly, if I have to take a look at this and be impartial, I think they lose that game. I just, overall, I think that the Raiders end up with an 8-9 record. Out of, I believe I counted that right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8-9 overall is the finishing record. I just don't see them, really ending it that well. Overall, this is it's a tough entire win, but overall, I do think that the Raiders will have their work cut out for them. They've got some things to figure out, but 8-9 isn't bad. Potentially, maybe 7-10 is a worst case scenario, but also, you got to be able to put in consideration the fact that, the Raiders could be trying to tank. I doubt it. But overall, I think 8-9 is the prediction here, and I do not think that you can hang your head on that. I think that is a really good spot to really end this whole thing on. But that is it. That is our entire record prediction for the Las Vegas Raiders. Let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. Greatly appreciate all of you guys' love and support. You guys are all truly awesome. We love every single one of you. Down in the description below, you'll find all of our social media platforms. So give us a like and a follow there. Also, remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put it in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about our record prediction for the Las Vegas Raiders in 2023.